there's a lot of labels for MCLM, and some call it the third force. Do you see yourselves as the third force?
Okay. I suppose when this initiative, when these ideas were being bandied about through the blogs, through cyberspace, in Malaysia today, the phrase third force was used. Yeah? And unfortunately, rightly or wrongly, it has attracted a certain connotation. Yeah? We have therefore deliberately, I've consciously moved away from that label. This initiative, I have for some time now been referring to it as the Barisan Rakyat Independent Candidate Initiative. Third force has taken on a very ugly connotation. But see Barisan Rakyat as being nothing more than, at this point in time, 19 individuals. Perhaps in time it might grow to 30. It might even drop, because I'll tell you this, a lot of these individuals from time to time will call me and say, yeah, Haris, my wife said no lah. You know, or my parents are not happy with it. So I've got to go back again and sort of persuade them and encourage them. So it's a number that's fluctuating. Again, like I said, these are reluctant politicians. See Barisan Rakyat then as the pool of reluctant politicians who we hope will get into parliament. MCLM is trying to build the machinery for them, the structures for them, the platforms for them. That's for the individuals, the reluctant politicians. For the rakyat generally, as I said, many people feel unhappy, want to get involved, want to play a part, want to play their role. MCLM also hopes to be able to accommodate, either through joining directly into MCLM as members, or by outreaching to the other NGOs to form collaborations. Now, if we understand third force to mean the rakyat, and if the rakyat as a total entity, then the rakyat are the third force. It's not MCLM. The rakyat are therefore the third force. We are merely trying to facilitate a platform where people who genuinely want to see change can come and get involved. All right. You talk about members who are joining. We hope to be able to get the right people to train them as polling agents, counting agents. Now, you therefore can participate in the electoral process in a very meaningful way, beyond just the casting of your vote. Campaign workers, we will provide training. And look, you know, for instance, if you happen to be in Puchong, you're a MCLM member from Puchong, and we train you. And if you go back and you are helping Gobin, you are empowered to be part of the process. All right. Now, in that sense, if you see the rakyat as a whole as the third force, it's no longer MCLM. It's the rakyat. And if the political parties keep talking about ketuanan rakyat, from 2007 we heard Makal Sakti, people power. That is the third force, right? And I think that is something that has to be understood. For MCLM to hold itself out as a third force is a joke. We are just, as RPK said, we are repairmen. We are a repair team. But we do sense a lot of frustration in civil society. The average Joe who comments on the blogs and he vents out his frustration. And he's back again the next day venting out his frustration. Why? Because he doesn't get a sense of any platform out there in real time where he can involve himself. We're just a vehicle. If there's a third force out there, it's the rakyat.
Mm-hmm. But strategically, will MCLM be contesting under Pakatan banner, or it just doesn't matter? It's a non-partisan.
Okay, I'm going to try and clarify this one more time, because just as I think you perhaps may not see the point, a lot of people out there as well. MCLM is not contesting. Barisan Rakyat are not MCLM candidates. They are independent. I mean this when I say they are independent-minded. They are independent of MCLM. We have looked again to the People's Voice, the People's Declaration as the manifesto, the blueprint to move forward. They are not MCLM candidates. They are Barisan Rakyat candidates. They do not belong to MCLM. They belong to the Rakyat. They belong to the Rakyat. They are, in fact, coming forward to serve not MCLM, but to serve the Rakyat. MCLM, to serve the Rakyat and to serve these individuals, will endeavor to put into place the infrastructure, the machinery. If you don't have this in place, you can get the best candidates, and we know realistically they haven't got a fighting chance. So we want to create the platforms, but we do not want to take away their voice. These are individuals, these are independent-minded. As I said, we create the platform for them, looking at using the People's Declaration as the blueprint. They begin to develop and build a reform agenda that they want to take into the political arena. They will take this reform agenda that this group, this flank of Barisan Rakyat candidates, will take into the political arena to say, political parties, this is what we want. This is what we want a reform government to do. This is what we want a reform prime minister to do. All right? And they are doing this on behalf of the Rakyat. MCLM does not control them.
So MCLM, they're just merely facilitators.
I underline this. They are not MCLM candidates. They are Barisan Rakyat candidates.